Welcome to the uncertainty reduction theory of Charles Berger. Here's where we're going. Uncertainty reduction to predict and explain. An axiomatic theory, certainty about uncertainty. Theorems, the logical force of uncertainty axioms. Message plans to cope with uncertain responses. Anxiety uncertainty management theory. Critique, nagging doubts about uncertainty. Berger contends drive to reduce uncertainty about new acquaintances gets a boost from three prior conditions: the anticipation of future interaction, the incentive value, and deviance. We talk to people to make sense of our interpersonal world. There are two kinds of uncertainty: behavioral questions, cognitive questions. Berger focuses on cognitive. Heider's attribution theory argues that the systematic explanation of how people draw inferences about character of others is based on observed behavior. Uncertainty reduction argues that increased knowledge of what kind of person another is provides improved forecast of how a future interaction will turn out. Reducing cognitive uncertainty allows one to acquire information and discard many potential questions about a person. Berger proposes a series of axioms to explain the connection between concept of uncertainty and 8 key variables of relationship development. An axiom is a self-evident truth that requires no additional proof. Axiom 1, verbal communication. A high level of uncertainty present at onset of an entry phase. As verbal communication between strangers increases, the level of uncertainty for each interactant will decrease. As uncertainty decreases, the amount of verbal communication will increase. Axiom 2, nonverbal warmth. As nonverbal affiliative expressiveness increases, uncertainty levels will decrease in an initial interaction situation. Decreases in uncertainty level cause increases in nonverbal affiliative expressiveness. Axiom 3, information seeking. High levels of uncertainty cause increases in information seeking behavior. As uncertainty levels decline, information seeking behavior decreases. Axiom 4, self-disclosure. High levels of uncertainty in a relationship cause decreases in the intimacy level of the communication content. Low levels of uncertainty produce high levels of intimacy. Axiom 5, reciprocity. High levels of uncertainty produce high rates of reciprocity. Low levels of uncertainty produce low levels of reciprocity. Axiom 6, similarity. Similarities reduce uncertainty, while dissimilarities increase uncertainty. Axiom 7, liking. Increases in uncertainty level produce decreases in liking. Decreases in uncertainty produce increases in liking. Axiom 8, shared networks. Shared communication networks reduce uncertainty. Lack of shared networks increases uncertainty. Theorems, the logical force of uncertainty axioms. A theorem is a proposition that logically and necessarily follows from two axioms. It uses deductive logic. If A equals B, then B equals C, then A equals C. Berger generates 28 theorems using combinations of axioms. Here are those theorems. Press pause and review this frame carefully. Message plans to cope with uncertain responses. We continually construct cognitive plans to guide our social action. Message plans are mental representations of action sequences that may be used to achieve goals. Uncertainty is central to social interaction. Methods of coping with uncertainty. Seeking information. There's the passive strategy, which is impression formation by observing the person interacting with others. the active strategy, which is impression formation by asking a third party about the person, and the interactive strategy, which is impression formation through face-to-face discussion with the person. Choosing plan complexity, or the characteristic of message plan based on the level of detail it provides in a number of contingencies it covers. Hedging is the use of strategic ambiguity and humor to provide a way for both parties to save face when a message fails to achieve its goal. Hierarchy hypothesis is the prediction that when people are thwarted in attempts to achieve goals, their first tendency is to alter lower level elements of their message. Here's a hierarchical plan of goal-directed communication. The goal, maximize income. Overall strategy, build relationship with dispatcher. On one hand, you would be friendly, on the other professional. Under friendly, we have smile, hold eye contact, admire dog. Under be professional, we have arrive on time, wear a clean pressed uniform, and reveal knowledge about the neighborhood. Anxiety, uncertainty management theory. Gunnikunst applied Berger's theory to create anxiety uncertainty management theory. When encounters occur between people of different cultures, strangers are hyper-aware of culture differences. We tend to overestimate the effect of cultural identity. We blur individual distinctions. 5 differences from Berger. Anxiety is elevated to equal status with uncertainty. Anxiety is a feeling of being uneasy, tense, worried, or apprehensive about what might happen. Effective communication is the extent that the person interpreting a message does so in a way relatively similar to what was intended. Multiple causes of anxiety and uncertainty. The lower and upper thresholds of fear and doubt. Mindfulness is a process of thinking in new categories, being open to new information and recognizing multiple perspectives. Here are the basic components of AUN theory. Press pause and review this frame carefully. Critique, nagging doubts about uncertainty. Questions about the reliance on the concept of uncertainty and the assumption that people are motivated to reduce it. Critics question several theorems. Theorem 17 and Axiom 3. Summerfrank insists on early course of relations guided by predicted outcome value, which is forecast of future benefits and costs of interaction based on limited experience with the other. Still, Berger's analysis of initial interaction is a major contribution to scholarship. This concludes our discussion of uncertainty reduction theory.